Hey everyone, this video is to show you how to read in your data files while making one, your project a little bit more organized, and two, make it more collaborative friendly. And the way we're going to do that is with a set of functions to help R work for us. So let's begin. We're going to start with version 1. This is how I used to read in my data files. I would go and copy and paste the file path into a read function. So this is from the Haven library package, which is going to read my data file into R. And I'll save that as an object. And we see the object in the global environment here, df1 for data frame 1. But if I were to send this project to somebody else, it's in my mass COVID folder. So everything from here on stays the same. But this part of the path is unique. I'm going to my users, Michael, and my desktop, which is where I have my mass COVID folder. Your collaborator is going to have to retype this part to match their path. It's a little bit unnecessary. We have ways for R to do that for us. To begin, we're going to use the getWorkingDirectory function, getwd. I'm going to store this into an object called parent directory. And let's just print that out to see what it looks like. You can see that it's a value in my global environment. There's the first part of my path that's unique. However, I didn't have to type it in, which means that the collaborator can simply run this line in the script and have the value of their working directory where their R project is, unless they've manually changed it prior to this. But I took another step, and that is I don't have all my data sets directly in the same folder as my R project because I may export several different data sets from the one that I'm working in, and I want to keep it a little bit more organized in my folder. So you could see where I have my data analysis folder here on the right side by the file explorer where my R project is sitting. I also have a folder for R scripts. I have a folder for my data sets. So I have to go one step further to be able to read in my data set. And that is that if I click in data sets, here is the name of my data file. So I'm going to use the paste function. The paste function is going to combine two strings using some separator, which I'll explain more in a moment. That's this. That's that third parameter in the paste function that I'm using. The parent directory value is this path here, this string. I'm combining it with the datasets folder and data file string, separated by nothing. Let's see what that looks like. So if I print it, we see after data analysis, there is no space, there is no other characters between the slash and data analysis. So I have a full functional path here. But for your own knowledge, you can use other types of characters for separators. Put commas in here, period marks. Can I put multiple spaces? Oh, it automatically produced the period, but that's okay. Right, and I'm just printing this paste function with two different strings and a separator. And that's what I'm doing here to create this object called data directory. Now, I'm going to place the data directory object as the parameter to read in my data file because the value of it is the same as the value that I hard coded up here. So let's run that. And I put it into an object called df2. That's df1. Let's open up df2. We can see it's the same thing. So it works the same way. But two things happen. One, my folder with my R project and its accompanying folders is much more organized. I don't have a bunch of data sets and scripts right where my R project is. And secondly, I didn't have to type anything beyond, well, obviously I had to write this, but when I send this to my collaborator, they don't have to go in and change anything in order to get working. So I think this is a good method for collaboration and organization and learning to utilize some of the functions in R. Thank you.